Namaskar, my dear students. Today in the quick review section, I will be discussing the parts of cast partial denture. In this video, I will be briefly introducing you to all the parts. So let's begin. So let me enlist all the parts of the cast partial denture. First is the major connector, which connects one side of the parts to the other side. Then we have the minor connector, which connects the major connector to the other parts. Third is the direct retainer, which gives us the retention. That can be the clasp assemblies or the attachments. Then we have the indirect retainer, which prevent the rotational movements in the distal extension RPDs. We have the rests that gives the vertical support, the denture bases that give the flanges in the saddle area, and the artificial teeth which make the prosthesis functional. Now, what are major connector? Major connector is the part of the RPD that joins the components on one side of the arch to those on the opposite side. So this is the major connector. Okay. Now we will study the major connectors in the maxillary and in the mandibular arch. First, let us begin with the maxillary arch. The first major connector is the single palatal bar, a single bar which is present less than 8 millimeter. Second is the single palatal strap. It is a plate-like structure more than 8 millimeter in width. Third is the interior-posterior palatal bar. There are two bars interiorly and posteriorly. Then we have the interior-posterior palatal strap. Interiorly and posteriorly two straps with the longitudinal connectors. Then we have the horseshoe-shaped palatal connector. There is no posterior component in this, it is U-shaped. Then last we have the palatal plate, which covers more than half of the palate. Now this classification is based on the amount of the palatal coverage. Now coming to the mandibular major connector, first we have the lingual bar. It is a bar-like structure which is present 4 millimeter away from the free gingiva. Second, we have the sublingual bar, which is a bar which is present horizontally in the floor of the mouth. Third, we have the cingulum bar, which is present on the cingulum, giving it a scalloped outline. Then fourth, we have the lingual bar with the cingulum bar. That means we have two bars which are connected with a minor connector. Then we have the lingual plate. It is a plate-like structure which extends from the cingulum to the floor of the mouth. Lastly, we have the labial bar which is present buccally or labially to the remaining teeth. Now this classification is based on the position of the major connector. Minor connector. Minor connector is the connecting link between the major connector or the base of the RPD to the other units, like the clasp assembly. So this is the minor connector. Then this is the minor connector joining the major connector with the rest. This is the minor connector. This is the minor connector. Now we come to the types of the minor connector. We have the four types. First is we join the clasp assembly to the major connector. This part, okay, which is joining the clasp assembly to the major connector. Then we join the indirect retainers and the auxiliary rest to the major connector. Auxiliary rest means the helping rest or the additional rest. This is the minor connector. Okay, and this is the minor connector which is joining the clasp assembly to the major connector. Third is the minor connector which join the denture base to the major connector. In this we have three types: lattice, mesh, bead wire or the nail head. They are placed on the saddle area, the edentulous area. So this is the lattice minor connector, this is the mesh work as we can see, and third is the bead wire or the nail head minor connector. Last, we have the minor connector which serve as an approach arm for the bar clasp. This is the bar clasp assembly and this is the minor connector which is acting as the approach arm here. Direct retainers. Direct retainers are the components of the RPD used to retain and prevent the dislodgement. That means they will not allow the RPD to come out. It consists of a clasp assembly or attachment. Direct retainers can be of two types, intracoronal and extracoronal. The intracoronal direct retainers are the retainers which are placed within the contour of the crown. They can be precision and semi-precision. P for precision, P for prefabricated. While the semi-precision, they are available in wax or acrylic which are casted and then they are placed in the tooth. The extracoronal retainers can be clasp assemblies or the attachments. The clasp assemblies can be suprabulge or infrabulge depending on the origin. The occlusally approaching clasp or the suprabulge clasp are the circumferential clasp assemblies. The infrabulge or the cervically approaching clasp, they are the bar clasp assemblies. Indirect retainers. What are indirect retainers and how they work? An imaginary line passes from the rest of the distal most abutment, which is called as the fulcrum line. An anterior-posterior rotation occurs around this fulcrum line in the distal extension denture base. So some auxiliary rests are given just opposite to the fulcrum line which prevent this displacement of the distal extension denture base. These are called as the indirect retainers. The next part is rest. Rest is a rigid component resting in a recessed preparation on the occlusal, lingual or the incisal surface. Its main function is that it provides the vertical support. Rest can be of three types depending on the surface involved. First is the occlusal rest. If we have prepared the rest on the occlusal surface, this is the occlusal rest. Then it can be cingulum rest if it is present on the cingulum or the lingual surface of the canines. It is mainly given in maxillary canines. And third, we have the incisal rest when it is present on the incisal surface of the mandibular interiors. Denture base. Denture base is that part of the removable partial denture which rests on the oral mucosa and to which the teeth are attached. It can be made up of acrylic or metallic. This is the acrylic denture base which is more aesthetic, while the metallic denture base, in the metal we can go for cobalt chromium or type 4 gold. Now we have the artificial teeth. Artificial teeth are the prosthetic teeth which are the artificial substitutes for the missing natural teeth. These can be made up of acrylic as we can see in this picture, or it can be metallic also, which are casted along with the framework. Now let us quickly summarize all the parts in this cast partial denture. First, let's begin with the major connector. This is the major connector. It is a lingual bar major connector which is connecting one side of the components to the other side. Then we have the minor connector. This is the minor connector. This is the minor connector which is connecting the major connector with the other parts like the rest. Then we have the direct retainers. These clasp assemblies, the circumferential clasp assemblies are the direct retainers which will give the retention. And in this, if you see, it is a class 2 mod 1 case. So this will act as an indirect retainer as it is present far away from the fulcrum line and it will prevent the rotation. Then the rest. This is the rest, the occlusal rest. Again, this is one of the occlusal rest which is given. The pink part is the denture base and these are the artificial teeth which are given in the partial denture. I'm sure now you are clear with all the parts of the cast partial denture and you can easily locate them. So that's all for today. Thanks for watching the video. Please like and comment. That keeps me motivated. Subscribe the channel for more learning. Wish you success.